I think the job of being a teacher is so rewarding in so many ways.
The connection between you and the whole class, that's still unbeatable.
When my pupils are successful, it feels incredible.
I think the greatest thing for me is seeing the pupils that I teach love the subject as much as I do.
I don't think there's any other job where you get the same satisfaction.
That's why I chose to teach.
You could get £26,000 tax-free to train. Search, apply to teach. Selected subjects only, subject to eligibility.
Ladies and gentlemen, podcasting since 2005 with over 3 million downloads. You are listening to Gamertag Radio with your hosts Godfrey, Pete Rock, Paris, Poston, and Lady Luck. Come on, come on, come on.
Welcome to Gamertag Radio episode 454. This is your host Godfrey, and yes, we have the whole crew up in here. Let's start out with Pete Rock.
Oh my God, Peter! Wow, what the damn government name again, man? Can't you use our names like that?
Pete, your government name is everywhere. It's everywhere, so it doesn't matter.
Google me, bitch.
All right.
What up?
Oh God.
Let's do this.
All right.
Talk games.
All right, talk.
All day.
Okay. And also we have Poston J.
Hey. How are you guys doing?
Good, man. What's up with you?
Good. Enjoying the weather, enjoying some games. Good time to be a gamer.
It's the holidays, right?
It's the holidays. It's sneaking up on us. Too many things to play. I mean, November's like right around the corner. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry.
A lot to deal with.
2015 is going to be even crazier.
I don't even think about that right now. But yes, it will be.
Save your money.
Yes.
It's a bad
Partition it
time
while you
to be a
can.
broke gamer.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And also we have Paris Lele. Paris, what's up?
I got trolled on Twitch Friday night and Saturday morning.
You've been trolled.
I'm serious. I got trolled straight up because when I was streaming said game, turns out certain people in there was making crazy comments, and I go to Twitter and it was like, that was me, dude. I was just trolling you. So whatever. Yeah, but you know what though? That was my first time actually streaming a game on Twitch. I kind of like it. I think I'm gonna do it more.
Yeah,
I watched it. I was there. I was watching it on my phone.
I mean, it was easy to process, right?
Oh, yeah. I had already preset it up. I have it set up on PlayStation and on Xbox One. So, yeah, I just went in, hit broadcast, and boom. It worked. It was fine.
I mean, can we mention? Oh, no, we can't mention, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Why not? We already did.
We can. I streamed Sunset Overdrive.
Okay.
And the first 2 hours of it. I can say that everyone in this podcast right now has a copy. And we will have a review on.
No, we're not allowed to say the date by review.
Oh, we're not. I thought we said the date.
No, but we have.
Dude, they've been saying it on friggin' every website I've been on that's when the review comes out. James Stevenson himself even said it on NeoGAF.
Read
whatever.
the email, Danny. Damn it.
Okay. All right. I'll look at it. I'll look at it. All right. So yeah. Just check out our social media pages, and hopefully we'll stream some more during the week. You know. So that's cool. We have a lot of topics this week, but first, I got to promote the site as always.
Pay the bill.
All right, yep, got to pay the bills. Head over to gamertagradio.com, post your comments, feedback, and all that good stuff. Listen to our past episodes and tell me when was the last time that Pete was on our show. Check it out.
2 weeks ago.
No, before that. I'm talking about
you said the last time.
Before that. It's all good. Also, give us a call if you guys have questions and feedback, all that good stuff. Our number is 786-273-7GTR. That's 786-273-7GTR. Email us, fanmail@gamertagradio.com. Also, download our Gamertag Radio app, totally free for Windows, iOS devices, and also Android. Go and download it and listen to our bonus content and our exclusive shows only on the app. Okay? All right, speaking about emails, we have a lot of voicemails, so we're going to play that later on during the show. And also some questions. We have a lot of questions, too. So, but let's start with this. Paris, I know you had an experience for the past couple weeks. Oh, actually, was it a week, right?
It was
with
a week.
Your
it's
Xbox.
been a week to the day. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So mention to the listeners just what happened and all that good stuff, because this is a pretty good story, I think. But
yeah, no, I think it is too. So to kind of preface it, I got a new TV. I got the Vizio P Series. It's a 4K TV. And with my previous TV, I was using the HDMI in function with, the whole TV app and everything. And it was working fairly well. I was kind of digging it. So got the new TV, all of a sudden wasn't working. Basically, the TV app, anytime I turn everything on, TV app would freeze. And if it didn't freeze, I would just get no sound through my receiver. It was weird, but it was literally crashing the Xbox One to the point I'd have to do a hard reset to get everything back. So,
that's weird. But how
I like how you cut me off. You asking me to say it, and then you just cut me off. Ask me a question.
I know. But I'm just curious, very quick, because how that happened from this TV, the old TV, to the new one, and it's not allowing to go to TV. Like, I don't get it.
I don't know. The only thing I changed was the television, but for some reason it didn't like it. And again, this was a brand new TV. This TV just came out less than a month ago, so I'm assuming that had something to do with it, maybe. But basically, we'd been talking about it offline, so we decided to hit up Microsoft. And I won't say who it was, but they forwarded over to Xbox support. Xbox support got back to me that same day, asked me for all my information, like all the equipment I was using, serial number of the console, everything that was going on. Explained to them the situation. So then the next night, and it's about 10 p.m. my time, all of a sudden my Xbox restarted. Like, I noticed it completely turned off. I was like, oh, that's weird.
They knew you were watching.
Yeah. So then I turned it back on. I could tell it had done a complete hard reboot. So I was like, this is interesting. I already had the October dashboard update, so it wasn't that. I even went and checked to see if the firmware number was still the same. It was. So I was like, what? Let me hook the HDMI in back up. Hooked it back up. It's worked perfectly ever since. And that was Tuesday night, I believe. And here we are Sunday. I've had zero issues. If anything, it seems like the Xbox is running a little quicker. Connect has been a lot more responsive to voice commands and everything. I honestly cannot complain. It's to the point now, I would recommend this as being like the all-in-one media device that Microsoft was hyping it up to be a year ago. I mean, it's really become to that point. Like, when HBO Go app finally comes out for Xbox One, I would have zero reasons to ever switch to anything else. Like, I still have my Apple TV hooked up, but once HBO Go is live, I can ditch the Apple TV. I don't even need it on the TV anymore. So,
well, somebody, what's the funny? Yeah, but you know what the funny part about that is that right after HBO Go announced that they were going to go strictly, like the whole app thing without the cable subscription service, the next day, these screenshots came out of the beta of Xbox One version of that thing of HBO Go. Yeah. The next day just came out like, wait a minute, this is the timing was kind of slick. I don't know, but it's coming soon. I don't know if you've seen the screenshots.
It's coming soon, but I'll do even one better. So, and I sent you guys that in the chat. So when that leaked out that HBO was going to come out with, that subscription service in 2015, I swear to you, 10 minutes later, I have Verizon Fios. Fios emailed me and say, oh, happy anniversary. You get HBO for free until January 31st, 2015. It's not my anniversary for anything with them, but yet they put it out right after the HBO announcement. So, just on a side note, obviously the cable companies know that this is real. And they're going to do all they can to try and keep people on cable. But me personally, I've been looking for a reason to cut the cord, and HBO going the way it is, that's just another reason for me to do it. So I'm excited about it.
Go for it. I have not missed television at all.
Well, my thing is the kids. That's all it comes down to. I just got to convince my wife. As soon as I get her convinced, I'm done. I'm out.
Well, thank you, Parasily, 40-year-old, a network engineer for the software company.
I forgot about that. So here's the other part of this. So Danny saw that a reporter for the AP was asking for people for their opinion on it on Twitter. He's hit me up, hey, Paris, you ought to email her. I was like, you know what? Screw it. I will. So I emailed her.
Yeah.
And then she replied back and she was like, "Oh, I love this. Do you mind if I quote you? Give me all your information, blah, blah, blah." And then sure enough, boom, I was quoted in the AP about my opinion on HBO, going to the subscription service next year. So that was kind of cool. But yeah.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere. I think it's on ABC News.
Yeah. I had a bunch of people hit me up on social media saying that they saw the article. And one person said even their local news quoted it out or something weird. Like it was kind of funny. So yeah, that was kind of cool.
So now you know, guys, Paris is a cheap guy. Cheap guy, man. Trying to save money. I feel you, man. Tough times. So yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Oh, so let's talk about very quick with NPD numbers, man. A couple of days ago, wasn't Michael Pachter saying that Xbox One outsold PlayStation 4 during the month of September? And I was like, I hit up Paris and the crew, Pete, everybody. I don't know if Poston hardly goes to the chat, so but we were talking. I'm like, that is so strange. How in the world Xbox One outsold PlayStation during the time that Destiny came out? Like, I just, it's kind of strange, unless that promotion that they had that you buy the bundle, a console, and you get a free game. Maybe that helped, but that was just strange. But and now they announced it a couple of days ago, and of course PlayStation sold a lot of units. They say that it was the biggest one so far for them ever so far since the launch of this console, PlayStation 4. And they said that it was like the biggest, I think, was it digitally sold on through the store?
Yeah,
ever like the biggest game that ever sold for them,
which makes sense.
It makes sense.
Yeah,
honestly, like I prefer to go more digital than having a physical copy of the game. I don't know. That's just me.
I don't like carrying games around anymore when I don't have to.
Yeah, dude, I have a whole storage full of games. Like, why not digital? It's a lot easier, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but I know people were going crazy saying, "Oh, Xbox is struggling," and I'm like, no, guys, like the NPDs, they said that every system, even the Wii U, they all had a big month, and they sold a lot of units. So when the industry is selling a lot of of their products and games and all that, everything, it's great for all of us. You know what I'm saying? It's great for the industry. So this whole struggling thing, it's not.
Well, it's the time of year. It's the time of year now that the holiday rush is coming. All the games that we've been anticipating are starting to come out. So people are going to start opening their wallets and they're going to start buying systems. And you also have to think of it this way. Yeah, PlayStation had obviously huge numbers, and they did fantastic, which honestly I wasn't surprised by. Man. But I mean, Xbox is going to do well. I mean, they had the whole get the free game promotion that came out that week that Destiny came out. Obviously, they have some games now that people are anticipating, like Forza Horizon. I mean, obviously Sunset Overdrive is about to come out, Halo's about to come out, Call of Duty's about to come out, those type of things. So they may not outsell PlayStation, which I personally don't think they will. Maybe in November with Halo, maybe, but I don't see Xbox outselling PlayStation anytime soon. Just in the overall scope. Nah,
you don't see it October.
Nah. If anything, it'll be Halo. It'll be Halo, or if Microsoft, which I'm anticipating, does something absolutely bananas for Black Friday, because I think they are. I think they're going to have some crazy. See, that's when you're in second place, you got to do crazy stuff. So I think they're going to do something crazy on Black Friday. But I mean, PlayStation just keeps selling, man. And you know what the funny thing, and I even told you this offline. PlayStation keeps selling the way it is. I play all my third-party games on PlayStation, but first-party wise, they have nothing. They have absolutely nothing
for this year,
and it keeps selling. But that's fine. Yeah, next year they're gonna have plenty of stuff. But yeah, this year, I mean, Microsoft has all the first-party titles. I mean, in comparison, and look, if you want to be real about it, Wii U's actually the console to own. If you could only own one console this year, it'd be the Wii U, because that's all the best games.
Yep. Yeah, that's true. I don't know if Paris want to mention this or not, but we talk about it later. About the not infamous, Uncharted.
What about
it? You said that. All right. So we were Patrick. So here's the thing, because you were a PlayStation 4 owner, right?
Yeah, I am.
You still play your PlayStation. Like, I have a PlayStation 4. I'm excited for Uncharted.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Talking to Paris, he said, he was like, "Look, Uncharted has to be freaking amazing, because 2015, it seems like Microsoft is going to go crazy in 2015. Like, putting all together the pieces of the games that are coming out throughout 2015, because the only thing that we know, that I'm talking about major game for PlayStation, is Uncharted.
And Bloodborne.
Yeah, and Bloodborne. Yeah.
And that's
Bloodborne,
spring,
right?
right?
Yeah, that's spring. But I'm talking about like holidays. Because I know spring, there's a lot of games coming out for all three systems. But holidays, there's Zelda for the Wii U. For Microsoft, there's Tomb Raider. There's Halo 5. What's another one that's coming out?
Are we getting Crackdown 2 next year? Or
that'll probably be 2016.
I really don't see that game coming out next year.
And then the other one from Remedy. Why am I blanking on the name?
Quantum Break. I see that game being delayed for September. Like, it makes sense. Like, why they want to put it to September so they can have big titles every month throughout the holidays. September, October,
Well,
November.
that's what Microsoft is setting up. They're basically setting up that in September you'll have Quantum Break, October you'll probably have Tomb Raider, and then in November, obviously, we're going to have Halo.
Welcome to Play It, a new podcast network featuring radio and TV personalities talking business, sports, tech, entertainment, and more. Play it at play.it.
You're listening to Gamertag Radio.
Pete, let me ask you, man. Are you excited for Call of Duty, man? I know we talked about behind the scenes, but I want to sit down with you and just talk one-on-one, man. Call of Duty.
No. First of all, it's got to come out and it's got to pull me off of Destiny. Right now, that's the big elephant in the room for everybody. I know there's a lot of talk about Destiny is not what people expected.
But they keep playing.
But, I keep going back to the crack dealer, bro. I keep coming back.
Hey, I have on my Raid Farmer hat, and I go to work every weekend. That's all I know. I'm just a Raid Farmer.
Here's the crazy part, right? So Destiny came out, and I wasn't really like leading up to the whole launch. I was like, okay, yeah, it looks like fun. It's probably something that'll hold me over after Diablo 3 until the next game comes out, right? So I got it. I've been this crackhead. It's for me, it's almost like it's Call of Duty Modern Warfare, all over again. I'm coming home and I'm like, hey baby, I'm crackhead. I'm jumping looking for shards and doing raids. I'm going to bed at 3 a.m. because I'm being stupid because I can't stop playing Destiny. I bought Gauntlet, haven't touched it. Installed Borderlands, the latest one that came out last week. I haven't touched it. NBA 2K15, I'm supposed to play Paris on Twitch. We ain't ever going to do it.
Yeah, I know.
When am I going to do this? Because Destiny is taking over my life. I'm moving this week, and I'm way behind what I should have been doing this past weekend. Why? Because part of it, I was playing Destiny with my son, right? I don't know, and I can't honestly give you a true answer because I'm not excited about Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. I mean, I've seen the videos, I've seen the trailers on TV, but it almost looks like the same old. And coming from me, that's a big, huge thing.
No, it is. That's I'm kind of in shock because I know you're a huge fan of Sledgehammer because they were the ones that created one of your favorite games.
Dead Space. I mean, I remember meeting Glenn Schofield. Actually, that was one of the first things that I tried to cover when I first came onto the site. When Danny sent me over to EA to the studio showcase in 2007.
He was in Disney World. He's like, oh my god, and he fainted in front of everybody.
I had just landed and I had already sent a text over to Danny. Anything for Dead Space, I want in. I want anything and everything for Dead Space. Yes. And fast forward. What 7-8 years almost now, now they've got Dead Space under the belts. They've got Modern Warfare 3 was under the belt that they dueled up with Treyarch, I believe, or with Infinity Ward. I mean, it's coming forward with a lot of forward momentum and a lot of excitement because everybody knows Call of Duty. That's become the Xbox 360 game du jour, where it used to be Halo. Now it's like, oh, now we got we've got the next Call of Duty, but you know what? I'm afraid. I'm afraid that it's not going to be what I expected. I know Paris had the opportunity to go out and get his hands on the multiplayer and get, but it's going to be something that I have to reserve pure judgment on until it launches and I put my hands on it.
Well, you're doing a review on it, so you tell us.
I will.
Yes.
I will. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully it brings me back. Hopefully it pulls me away from Destiny, because right now Destiny is it's doing bad things to me, man.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this, man. Like I look, I love Destiny, right? But I feel like there's so many.
No, you
games
don't. You don't love Destiny. You don't love Destiny.
No, I do.
You left
dude. I like the game.
You left her.
No,
the new hot chick. The hot chick in the new Forza car came driving by, and you were like, "Whatever for Destiny, I'm out. I'm gonna check this girl out."
Let me tell you, man, I'm addicted to that game, man. Forza, holy crap, I'm addicted to that game.
See, so you're not. So you don't love Destiny. You love Forza.
No. But there's a difference. No, there's a difference. There's a difference. I have Destiny there. I played it. I now I'm in level 26. It's taking a long time, but yeah. But there's games that I want to check out for the holidays. There's Forza, which we received a review copy. We talked about on the show. Now I have, Fantasia and Sunset Overdrive, working on that for the show. And in the future, Assassin's Creed and also
Halo.
Halo. Dude, it's big.
It's a bad time to be a broke gamer.
Very bad.
Is it 20? Is it 2007 again yet? Has it close?
That's next year.
That's next year. Yeah.
We're getting
next
there.
Year.
So it's 2007 Junior.
Yeah.
It's 2007 light.
Yeah,
we're almost ready for it.
But let's talk about this very quick. Who was it that posted this in the chat about Phil Spencer retweeting somebody?
That was me.
That was
me.
you?
Yeah.
You want to explain what happened? I really don't know the details about that.
Basically, somebody asked about, I forget, I think it was, they asked Rod Ferguson, who's the head over there at Black Tusk. Is it Black Tusk that's doing? Anyway, it doesn't matter. The guy that's doing Gears of War 4, Rod Ferguson, had asked him if there was a chance for a Marcus Fenix collection similar to the Master Chief collection, of all the Gears games. And then Phil Spencer retweeted that, which made everybody, like I read on NeoGaf on social media, everybody was like, well, if he's retweeting it, there must be some credence to it. So then we were talking offline, Danny and I, and if you really think about it, it kind of makes sense. They're building a brand new Gears of War game from scratch. People keep thinking it's going to be 2016. I kind of think a Marcus Fenix collection could be that 2016 game. We might not get Gears 4 until 2017, realistically. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I think.
Because if you look at next year, there's no way they're going to put a Gears game in there with a Halo game. That just doesn't make sense. So either we're getting Gears 4 proper in 2016, which I put at less than 50%, or they could have the stopgap of kind of doing a double whammy of a Crackdown and then do this Marcus Fenix collection thing to hype up Gears. And then the following year, boom, there's your Gears of War 4. So I think it's very possible, and it makes sense. I mean, Gears, it was the second most popular franchise on the Xbox 360 behind Halo, so why not? I mean, people will run out. Look, I'll go buy it. If they do it, redo all the graphics and everything, and 1080p, 60 frames per second, dedicated servers for the multiplayer of all the Gears games. Why wouldn't I? Absolutely. That'd be
Boston
a lot of fun.
will too. Yeah. Boston's a huge Gears
Honestly,
fan, right?
I'm thinking about it, and really, besides Gears 1, I would not play 2 or 3 again. So
even the multi.
Really,
no,
3 had a great multiplayer.
I mean, it was
I think 3 had a
fun, like playing with friends, but I couldn't take it competitively seriously as I did the first one. The game had just changed too much since then. And some people argue that's for the better. I enjoyed the unbalanced, mess that Gears 1 was because it was something different.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
So, yeah, I would totally pick up a Halo 1, Halo 2 anniversary style version of that game. But as far as 2 and 3, like that's not going to get me to drop $60 on a collection. So
let me ask you this. What about the Horde mode?
Honestly, that is probably my least favorite game type in any shooter is the classic, play until you die. I don't like those kinds of game modes. I like winning. I like having a goal or an objective or something to do and not just like, it's an active time-killing simulator at that point. So Horde is a great idea. It was fun when Gears 2 came out. I was totally on board with it. But by the third one and by every other game out there copying that same idea, I'm done with that. I mean, I was sick with it when Modern Warfare 3 threw in the survival mode that was essentially that same thing.
I like those. I don't know. I like them. I like. You know what it is?
I
like
friends, but I can't play it by myself. I guess that's what it comes down to. It's just too repetitive for me. But Gears is a great franchise. I agree with Paris. I think Gears 4 should be a ways off because I want it to be like damn near unrecognizable. The way a proper next gen version of a game should be. Like, it should completely, from the ground up, something totally different that they couldn't have achieved last generation. That gets me excited. But yeah, I don't. As far as a Marcus Fenix Collection, I don't really know if like there's a demand for that, like there is the Halo one. And partly our fans can obviously call me out on that if they disagree with that. But I mean, I still own all 3 Gears games on 360. I don't really think there's a need to bring those back. But again,
that's a huge following for those games, though. That's why I think they should.
With that, but I don't know. I just feel like that gameplay is great to go back to, but I would like to see something completely different next time. So,
and if you think about it, I just thought about this. I didn't mean to cut you off, Poston. 2016 would be the 10-year anniversary for Gears 1. So,
that's true. That makes perfect sense then. I would
kind of makes sense.
10 years already.
Makes sense.
Man.
Interesting.
Crazy.
Interesting.
That game was so beautiful when it came out. It was such fun. Good time.
So I know a lot of listeners been wondering, like, man, there's a lot of people streaming Sunset Overdrive recently. And, we were definitely not going to talk about the reviews. That's for some other time, whatever. But one of the things that this is a great article. If you check out Forbes.com, they posted an article about how Microsoft is changing how they market their games now. Like, years back, it was either the press and a couple of sites, that will get, copies of a game that's about to release. You know what I'm saying? I think our first one that I remember seeing something similar to that, or maybe like Crackdown 2. I talked about this with a couple of the guys behind the scenes and stuff. But now I noticed that, dude, besides like the press sites and like maybe a couple podcast sites, I really don't know. But there's a lot of YouTubers and also people that stream their content through Twitch that also receive the game that I've never heard of them. Some of them have a big following. Some of them don't have a big following. But it's pretty cool that they also have a game 2 weeks before it launches to retail stores now. You know what I'm saying? So in a way, it's kind of tricky because I'm wondering what the major press are thinking now. Like, now that they have more competitions out there of people that are also have this game and they're going to either stream it or review it or whatever,
I don't think it changes much for the press. I mean,
it's great for Microsoft for them doing something like that.
Makes them look fantastic PR wise.
Yeah. If you think about it, it's a couple things. I mean, first off, the fact that Microsoft gives out review copies digitally now. I mean, there isn't a cost, so to speak, they can give out as many codes as they want. You know what I mean? To whoever they want. So that's fine.
My problem with that, though, is they still charge you the full price at the end of the day when they go to sell it to the consumer. You're still paying $60 for a downloadable game which is something they should entice you to do digitally because it saves the environment, less costs incurred with the packaging and the art and everything else.
Yeah.
They should be giving you a discount.
I don't deny that at all. I don't deny that at all.
Argument. I don't want to take away from what you were saying, though. So
well, I forget what I was saying, so thanks, Pete.
Thanks.
No,
Pete.
I'm kidding. No, but that's the first part of it, and the second part is, I mean, Microsoft is taking advantage of social media. I mean, that's part of it. I look at the traffic that Twitch and YouTube generate every day. I know, we're old fogies now, but kids, younger than Poston, teenagers and all that, I mean, they go to YouTube and Twitch for all their information.
My son spends hours. Yeah. I actually had to beef up my son's data plan on his phone because he's racking up data between Twitch and YouTube video. I mean, it's insane. And if you think about it, what's better than just a regular 30-second ad on the TV? Oh, let me jump on Twitch. Let me see what this game is really about, not just the CGI.
Yep,
and
exactly.
Let me get the experience that the guy that's streaming it is having, and that's a lot better. That's a lot better as a sales platform to turn it around. So you know what? Yes, we might be the old fogies. We might be the dinosaurs in this day and age and in this medium that we're living at and we're doing here at GTR. And it's something we've talked about in the past. What's the best type of content to get your point and content across over to the consumer? streaming video because you're hitting all the senses. You know, you're doing the audio, and especially the visual. The visual is what's going to sell it the most. And if people can get all of that in one shot, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah. Why would they go elsewhere? Why would they go read 2-3 pages of written text when there's the game in all its glory or lack thereof? Right.
Yeah.
Perfect example. Perfect example. Grab your iPad. Or is it easier for you to grab your iPad and check out the new Game Informer magazine that comes out every month, or is it easier for you to see it when it comes in the mailbox?
Honestly, it's easier for me to iPad.
See, I don't. I've got the subscription. I couldn't tell you the last time I saw it. I looked at it on my iPad, but I could tell you the last time I saw it from when it was delivered, and right before I converted over to my digital. And I should probably change it back because I'll probably read it more often. But if you want to engage with your audience a lot quicker and truly grab them, you got to hit all of the senses, and you're not going to do that with just an audio shot. And it's something, with Paris doing it this weekend, is I think that's something we should really consider moving forward.
Oh yeah, definitely. I like that whole streaming thing. I was watching Paris streaming Sunset Overdrive the other day, and it was cool. Like reading the comments and seeing Paris' reaction, while playing the game and stuff. It was cool. That part is cool.
I have one. Like I said, that was my first time ever doing it. The couple times I did it this weekend. My one thing about it that I wish I could change or have a companion app like with the iPad or something is I wish I could have the full screen and not have a quarter of it cut off for the Twitch part. With the chat, I'd like it if I had it on the iPad and I could see everything that people are saying on the iPad. But
I think you can, right? Can you? Can you?
I got to research
a no-brainer to me in 2014.
Yeah. I don't know.
I agree. I don't like the whole missing part of my TV, especially if you already have like a monitor to begin with and you're not working with a full TV. That's really distracting.
Yeah.
Welcome to Play It, a new podcast network featuring radio and TV personalities talking business, sports, tech, entertainment, and more. Play it at play.it.
You were listening to Gamertag Radio.
So I think this whole idea, I definitely feel that Phil Spencer's definitely pushing this. Like we gotta get the hardcore fans, we gotta get the YouTubers. But I think it's him and a couple people from Microsoft that really are pushing this, man. And I like this idea, and I hope in the future they start doing this more often. Like I have a feeling that they might do the same with Halo. I think they're going to do that too.
It just makes sense. Yeah. It just makes sense to do it with all of you. And again, I'm just talking Microsoft because of their first party games. They probably can't do this with third party, but they should just do it with all their first party games. Get it into as many hands as possible so that your consumers can actually judge the game and make a educated decision before they pick it up. It just like I said, even with Forza Horizon 2, I mean, they got that out to everybody to make sure that people had an educated opinion about reviews. And I hope, PlayStation and Nintendo and third-party companies follow suit and do the same thing. I mean, like I said, it's 2014. We have access to all this technology. Just use it. That's all it comes down to. Just use it.
I don't see Nintendo doing that, but
I know. They're not. I know.
Concept over there.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, it's
all right. So
aggressive. We should do it moving forward.
Definitely, man. Have you tried that, Passan, the whole streaming thing, or no?
I think I tried it like when it first launched on PS4, and the whole removing part of my screen thing turned me off. I think I tried it on Xbox once. But no, it's something that I'm interested in trying, especially when we do our get-together we'll do later on this week. But yeah, I've always had an interest in that, but just never sat down and took the time to figure it out. But it seems cool. I'm sure it's a lot of fun to do with with other people as well besides just yourself.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to trying it.
Cool.
I'm excited.
All right. So we have a couple emails and voicemails. So the first one, very interesting. This is from a PlayStation fan. He called and he wanted to talk about PlayStation TV. So we're going to play it right now.
Hey, what's up, GTR? This is a PlayStation fanboy calling in to give a review on the PS TV. Let me tell you, to sum it up really quick, the thing is a piece of crap. The internals, the hardware, the Wi-Fi is just terrible. I mean, it only can connect to pretty much legacy Wi-Fi devices. It doesn't, it can't connect to any up-to-date routers. The download is bad, and it's laggy. Even when you hardwire the system so you can go ahead and remote play the PS4, the thing is slow and laggy. And right now, the apps out for it are just bad. You know, there aren't many apps out for it. So unless you want to just play your PS Vita games on a big screen TV, I guess this would be for you. But other than that, it's not good. Save your $100 and buy something else. I mean, the idea is good, and hopefully their future models will be better. But as far as this one goes, it's pretty much failed. All right, that's just my 2 cents. By the way, this is Lord Yayo. That's my PSN ID. All right, have a good one. Bye-bye.
All right, so we're back. I'm not surprised that a lot of people have been complaining about the PlayStation TV.
Dude, that shocked me. I didn't see this kind of response coming. Yeah, because when they first announced it, when we were talking about it, I thought that was a genius idea. It's like, wow, where is this piece of technology?
Which part, though? Which part? Which part was genius for you?
I don't know, just the fact that you just can plug the device in and have access to all of that content in a small device. I mean, obviously, tons of other companies do something similar, but I just thought for the price and what you were getting, I thought that was a good deal.
Well, I have like 2 issues with the system.
Yeah, like
I was excited. I was really I really wanted to get it. Like at first when they launched, I'm like, man. I mean, the first announced it, I was so excited and hyped. So then I started reading it. Like the day they came out, you know, a lot of sites started reviewing it and posting their stuff, their opinion about it. And one of them is a couple video apps wasn't available for the system. So Netflix. You can't watch Netflix on this device, and Netflix themselves said that they're still they don't have no plans to support PlayStation TV, which makes no sense.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
For 2014, come on, a device would not come on. You get Netflix on the 3DS, and
that makes or breaks anything technology.
Yeah,
people have to have that.
So that's one. Number 2, I heard the remote play is very laggy. Not a fan of that. Even if you connect it directly through the modem, or through your router, whatever, still laggy as hell. Not a fan of that. Another thing too, not all PlayStation video games works on this. Like some of them I understand because of the whole touchscreen, you know. But I don't know. For $99, I prefer to buy just a regular TV device than that, you know. So, all right, next question. You guys ready for the next one?
Yep.
Sure. All right, this is from Anthony. He's from North Carolina. Hey, GTR, I heard a lot of people say that Destiny doesn't open up until you hit a certain level, usually around level 20. How does Destiny differ from Final Fantasy 13? Why is it Destiny getting hammered the way that Final Fantasy 13 did for this reason? I played both. I played both, and he said he doesn't like them. And he said that the thing that he doesn't like about this is the Crucible. You play it, you know, as a low level with everyone being 20. It feels garbage.
Doesn't matter.
I disagree.
That doesn't matter. Hell, it didn't even matter in Iron Banner, so that doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. But I mean, Final Fantasy 13, I think it was a real crappy game. I think
it was a huge, monumental disappointment. I mean, I think huge. Square's biggest failure ever. But you know, that just is more drive for Final Fantasy 15 to be an amazing game because you know you just got to roll with the punches. But I don't know. I think a lot of games are designed around the concept of, you know, it's not instant gratification. You got to put the work in to get the in-game rewards. I don't think, you know, any JRPG is based around that concept.
But that's in any game, though.
That's in any game. But I don't know. I don't think Destiny is unique in that aspect. But, you know, again, going from level 1 to 20 takes, maybe a day, 2 days max, depending on your free time. So, I don't think that's an issue. But that's an interesting comparison. I've never would put those two games in the same sentence like that, but I can understand that. I mean, Final Fantasy 13 is kind of the poster child for, you know, terrible introduction game design because the tutorial drags on for 30 hours, and by the time it finally takes all the gloves off of you, you're kind of left with the experience that's like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm not even sure what I'm doing or what's going on, or incredibly confusing game design concept-wise, you know, just that's when you got to make sure that your developers are in touch with the fan base and not just making the game that they think their fans want. I think that's a big problem with some Japanese game developers these days, is they're still stuck in the mindset that if they make it, they will come. But if you look at what everyone else is doing right now, you have to take the feedback into consideration, because the people that made your game popular make or break it. Because if the new version comes out and your core fan base hates it, what kind of message is that sending to everyone else who's interested in the series? I think it's very important to manage that kind of stuff. So,
all right. So here's another one. This is a voicemail. And the last part is strictly for Paris, about Sunset Overdrive selling 3 million copies. All right, let's play right now.
Hey, Doug. My name is Symphony Hawkins, and I wanted to respond to Parrish's his balcony. And my thing is this: people spend $500 on the Xbox One, people spend $400 on the PlayStation 4. What people are frustrated about is that you're seeing indie games being shoehorned, and what's also being frustrated is that indie games are becoming now new AAAs, and that's scaring people, because people, let's be honest with you, people don't buy new consoles to play indies. There's nothing against indies, and I understand the creativity. I'm all for that. I bought Roll Legacy, and I'm enjoying Pure Pool and things of that nature. You can take more chances. But the thing is the term next generation. People want the big budget titles. They want those big blockbuster, titles, because that's what they expect. That's what we're conditioned as. When you keep throwing this Roll Legacy and No Man's Sky and all these things are great, but they just don't cut the mustard, man. They just don't. They just don't. And that's the thing that people are frustrated about. Indies are cool, but when you are making indies new AAAs, I have a problem with that, because that means I shouldn't have bought a new system. That means I could have just kept my 360 or PS3. So, that's my response to you. And also, I wanted to know, how do you feel about PewDiePie disabling the YouTube comments? Do you think that's a way to kind of end the hate, kind of tone down the language as far as gamers, and also the whole thing about the developer signing about ending game hate and threatening on Twitter and stuff like that? I just would like to hear your feedback on that. But other than that, great show. And like I said, we just want great games. And by the way, I will bet Paris that Sunset Overdrive sells 3 million or more. A lot of people are excited for that game. It looks like a video game. It looks like a fun video game. Something the industry kind of forgot about, But hey, I'm betting Paris that Sunset Overdrive will do 3 million alone on Xbox One. It will be a new franchise. I'm excited for it. Can't wait. Thank you.
Paris, besides the whole, stuff they talk about, like the indie games and everything, what's your opinion about that first, about the Sunset Overdrive selling 3 million, that he feels that he's going to sell that?
I'm going to take what he said and clarify it on my end, that it won't sell 3 million copies in 2014. I won't say it won't do it over the lifetime of the game, but over the lifetime, there could be price drops. I mean, there's all different kind of scenarios. I'll say it this way. Halo Master Chief Collection won't do 3 million copies. You know what I mean? The Xbox One only has about, right now, a 6 million, maybe $7 million install base right now. So you're basically telling me that half the people that own an Xbox One is going to buy Sunset Overdrive. I don't see it.
No, I don't know.
I don't see it. Maybe 1 million, maybe 1.5 million. Something like that.
Maybe two the most.
If it's a good game, if it's a breakout hit, yeah, I could see it getting that far. But realistically, 1 million seems about right. I just think 3 million is way too high. So,
Put it this way. Forza Horizon 2, amazing racing game, doesn't have 2 million copies. And that's a franchise. That's a franchise. So,
plus, not to mention, and I've been saying this for months at this point, look at when Sunset Overdrive releases. It comes out a few days before Call of Duty. Period. It's not going to sell as well as it probably should. I mean, I don't know. We'll see by the time we get to the review how we feel about it. But let's just say it is a really good game. Even despite that, it's going up against Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, whatever it's called, and then Halo. I got to go through the comments. I know, but you know, and then you got Halo right after that, and Assassin's Creed right after that. Those are three big franchise AAA, you know, games that are coming out against this new IP. It's just not going to sell. Doesn't matter how good or bad it is.
Do you think that bundling it with a console, with that fresh, I'm not going to lie, I am actually contemplating swapping out and getting a white one because, damn, that thing looks sexy.
That white one is awesome, right?
Yeah,
I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
Do you think bundling it with a console during the holiday season would actually help its numbers, considering, you know, you're going to have
Did it help Titanfall?
troves of, I don't know, did it?
No.
I mean, was it bundled with a special edition? No, because the only people who got the special edition console were Bungie people, or not Bungie, Respawn. So the reason I'm asking is because it's the holiday season. Now we've got the consoles out there at the $400 price point that everybody was hoping to have last year when they actually launched.
Yeah.
Now that you're at a lower price point, now you got the holiday season hitting again. All these great games coming out. It's possible that we may see a console shortage.
Nah.
So
I don't see that. I don't see that.
Would that help sell the game?
No,
because
it won't. It won't.
No, I don't see
here's why. Because if I'm in the market for a new console and I'm looking for a good deal, the better deal is the Assassin's Creed bundle than the Sunset Overdrive one. I mean,
unless if you're fed up with Assassin's Creed and want to change. I mean, I can see people making that choice between, I've heard about this game, it's a new IP, versus the COD bundle, the Halo bundle, the Assassin's
What about
Creed
the Call of
bundle.
Duty? The Call of Duty bundle, the one that comes with what was it, 2 terabytes or how many terabytes?
1 terabyte drive.
1 terabyte. There you go. My bad. But the design is cool and the controller looks sick.
But here's the thing. Does how the controller, but how the console look matter that much that, well, now I'm just going to go get the Sunset Overdrive one because the console looks cool? No. And the reason I brought up Titanfall, and the reason I brought up Titanfall is they had great deals with the Titanfall bundles. That didn't seem to help. And that included Kinect.
Well, because remember, it was still in the early stages of people seeing Microsoft as a different company. They're still comparing it to E3 at that time. Now,
but
I feel like it's getting out there more, like the message, like they're really talking to the consumers now. Like
that's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about.
I'm saying, but that's the reason why they hurt them. That's when they hurt them.
But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that game specifically versus a specific game. I'm not talking about actually pushing consoles because, like I was saying, consumers right now, they have more of a variety and more of a choice on what console bundle they want to get. What I'm saying is Titanfall was this quote unquote highly anticipated game that, people wanted to get. Whereas, do you really think Sunset Overdrive is on the same level of hype as Titanfall? I don't think so.
And that's what I was asking. I wasn't asking about console sales. I was asking, would that actually help sales of the game itself because people are trying to get consoles and there may not be a Call of Duty console or
I don't know.
UDD console that might be available.
I don't know.
I don't know. With Insomniac's track record, I could see some people being turned on to trying a new game.
Track record ain't been great the last couple games, so we'll see.
Well, I mean, I like Fuse, so I'll defend that game, but I don't know. I'm not a Ratchet & Clank fan, but I now acknowledge it's a good series. So,
you're a fan of Resistance?
No, I hate that game. But I didn't have a PlayStation 3 during that time. It was pure Xbox, so.
Welcome to Play It, a new podcast network featuring radio and TV personalities talking business, sports, tech, entertainment, and more. Play it at play.it.
You were listening to Gamertag Radio.
There's another email. This is from Edward. I don't know where he's from. There's no location. Tell us where your location, man. All right. No, I'm curious to know where people are emailing us. So they're local here in the States, or they're
is it your coworker messing with you in the next cubicle? I mean, it could be.
By the way, we get a lot of messages from South Africa, right? Like it's cool. I've been getting a lot of messages, like listeners from Africa that listen to us. So,
but actually, Danny, can we pause? Can we pause for a second? And actually, go back to the first voicemail. The voicemail we just had, because we talked about obviously the Sunset Overdrive stuff. But not the guy that called on me.
The shoehorn, the indie games and
indie game stuff. I already said this stuff on the balcony, but no, I disagree with him. what you consider an indie game in 2014 is different from what an indie game was 5 years ago. So you can be an indie game and be like Pete were talking offline, can be a No Man's Sky, and you're still a AAA game. So yeah, you could still be buying a console for an indie game, depending on what it is. Look at DayZ. It's the same thing. These are going to be quality experiences that you're going to want to experience, and you may not necessarily be able to have that experience on a previous console. You still need a next-gen console to actually experience it, or you need a high-end PC. So just because it comes from a small development studio doesn't mean you should discount it. Not everything needs to come from Insomniac.
And No Man's Sky is next-gen, and it is going to be an amazing experience, whether you want to consider it indie or not.
Hey, Sony was promoting that like it was like a triple A game. Like they were pushing it.
Let's just take the last major stat piece that they pushed out onto everybody. If you play that game and tried to visit every single planet within that gamosphere, it would take you what was it, like 55 million years or something like that?
What?
It's insane.
Yeah,
the number might be wrong, but it was like some disproportionate number that like generations of humans would never achieve. Like to visit every single planet in that game would take like some insane amount of years. We're talking not hours, years. Come on, man.
Right.
You can't do that with a regular game with what we're dealing with right now. I mean, we only got what? We got like 5 planets and a moon on Destiny. Come on.
Well, to be devil's advocate, but to be devil's advocate, Pete, all that could be vaporware because none of us have played it, so we don't know.
That's true.
That's just talking right now.
That's really an idea, but am I going to be playing that for hours on end? I don't know.
Hey, I got my $99 in my Uyo. Let's go.
All right. So now can I read the email from Edward?
Yes, you can.
Yes. Okay. Well, thank you, Paris.
You have permission.
The 40-year-old network engineer from a software company. Shout out to Paris.
What is he on a dating show now?
Oh
no! I just want to mention it.
Well, hey, Boston, with all those wives and kids you got, we know you're not on a dating show. Good Lord.
Hey man, I keep my personal life personal. That's all I can say.
Oh my god!
This is good. This is good. All right, so this is a great question. All right, can I read the email from Edward now? It's like 3 times already. All right, so he's like, "Hello all. I wanted to know what part of the year do you guys and gals? Who's the gals here?
Mandy.
Okay. Mandy's. She's in Game Loft.
Maybe referencing all of Poston's women all over Atlanta.
No, that too. Okay.
Back to the area code.
All them kids, man. Good Lord.
All right. So he wants to know what part of the year do we look forward to every year for video games? Is it the holiday season, summer drought, or March?
Holiday.
Holiday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2015, as of right now, 2015 is looking spring is kind of up there, man.
Oh yeah, I think it'll be one of the best on record.
But Danny, he asked our opinions, not yours.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just
tell me what I
but Paris, what I'm saying is that I can see why you say holiday season now. You know what I'm saying? But 2015 is looking crazy for spring, more than the holidays, because we don't know how many games are coming out for the holidays. You know what I'm saying? So
they still could push ones back into spring at last minute. I mean, we have no idea.
Yeah, that too. I mean, look, I'm looking forward to Quantum Break. I see that game being delayed to September for like more closer to the holidays, which I can see that.
Makes sense.
But I don't know.
I don't know. We've had very strong spring lineups, both the end of last generation and now obviously 2015, between things like Bloodborne or The Witcher. If you don't like one of those 2 games, I mean, I don't even know what else to tell you anymore about modern gaming. So I think there's something for everybody. I'm glad that they spread it out. I mean, even what we used to call the summer drought, I didn't think the summer was that bad at all, honestly. And I can imagine.
Well, The Last of Us came out for PlayStation 4 during the summer, and the one before that also, like the one for PlayStation 3, also came out during the summer, didn't it?
Yeah. E3. Yeah, it came out at E3. Yeah.
And I think that was a pretty good time. You know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, like 2014, like, man, Sony is really pushing like the games like really far from each other. More than ever.
But Danny, can I pause you for a second?
Yeah.
He was asking all of us a specific question, and you've not let anyone actually answer it.
Because you know me, man. I'm a podcast. I can talk. Grab the mic, y'all. All right. Pete,
GTR,
Paris,
Godfrey Tag Radio.
Pete.
Okay. I look.
Godfrey Radio.
Look, I will just say again, the time of year I prefer is the holidays. Okay? Because that's usually when all the big games come out. So there you go.
Black Friday. Black Friday.
Play them. That's a big bonus for me.
Okay. Pete, are you going to answer yours? Because I'm letting you answer.
I don't know. I'm just waiting for you to come up and interrupt me and tell me when I'm supposed to.
No, I'm giving you permission. Go ahead.
Thank you. Now I feel honored. I'm kind of torn. I like the holiday season because that's when all the big IPs come out, and that's when the big AAAs come out, and that's a fun time. But I kind of like the summertime because I know that Steam Summer Sale comes in there, and my wallet just starts to sing because I'm getting value for my buck. You know what I mean? So I'm torn, 50-50.
Yeah, you can't argue with that.
That's true. I can see that.
But if you're the kind of person that can wait, I'm not the kind of gamer that can wait 6 months for a game to go on sale.
No, screw that.
I gotta play it.
No way. I definitely got to play it. Yeah, I feel the same.
But see,
way.
that's the thing. The holiday season gets you those games that you play for 3, 4, 5 month stretch, and then the summer season hits, and you're like, all right, so I played those games to death. What am I going to do? Summer sale hits you, and just like, bam, here's all the games you didn't get at a severely 75% plus discounted rate. Open your wallet. Come to Gabe.
Gabe is love. Gabe is life.
So we have one more voicemail, but before that, what about a game that came out this year that if you see this on sale during the holidays, let's say Black Friday, which game would that be for this year?
Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the same thing too. That game looks good.
I'm playing it right now. It's excellent. Really like it.
I heard it's really hard.
I'm literally waiting on the Steam Winter Sale for that one.
It walks the fine line of either being stupidly easy or kind of frustratingly difficult, but I think that's good because if you're going to make a game that doesn't let you pick difficulty settings, that's really all on you as a developer to make up for that slack of saying, hey, we're taking the control away from you. We have to design a game that caters to everybody without alienating people. So
okay, it
could be hard. I honestly would like it for it to be harder, but I think because the game is designed around the fact that it encourages you to die, and that is not, and that's more a positive than negative in the game, that it's didn't bother me once. It's actually more fun. Like I'll invite friends over and let them play, so they'll purposefully, suck at it and die because they haven't played as much as I have, and then that changes the whole enemy dynamic with the Nemesis system and makes the game harder for me and more enjoyable. So I think it's a cool design. I like to see it be further developed in future titles. But yeah, definitely, I couldn't wait, but anyone else definitely should wait for a sale for it if you're not into the whole Assassin's Creed / Batman mechanic.
Pete, what about you? Any games that came out this year you might buy during Black Friday or during winter sale, whatever?
I don't know yet.
He has such disdain for Steam. You're him. Oh, winter sale or whatever. Yeah, I heard that.
I don't know yet. I mean, like I said, I'm looking at my computer monitor right now. I'm looking at the icons for Gauntlet, which I've been dying to play because I love the game as a kid. I ain't touched it. I got NBA 2K5 I want to try. I ain't touched it. And Borderlands, I ain't touched it. So I don't know.
Wait, Borderlands the prequel, right? The prequel one?
Yeah. I'm gonna be Mandy this year. I'm gonna have a backlog of games that I haven't played.
All right. So let me play one more voicemail. This one he talks about drive, Xbox One issues.
Hey, watch it, man. It is a PG radio station here, man. Come on, man. You can't be
I say disc.
Oh, okay.
That's not what I heard.
Like, no, yeah.
Yes.
You did not even say disc.
Thank you.
Whatever. Oh my god. All right, let me play this voicemail. I'll be right back.
What's up, Godfrey and Gamertag crew? This is one subset. I just got 2 quick things. I don't know if this is a new trend or something that is maybe it's just something that happened to my Xbox One, but have you heard a lot of people with Xbox One having their disk drive go out on them? Is this going to be something like, the Red Ring was on the 360? And, I just want to know, am I the only one, or is it just here and there? And the second thing that I have, how do you guys feel about the mobile app game called Ingress from Google? It's one of those games where they use landmarks in your area or all over the world, to take over portals or something to that matter. I don't know. But that's all I got right now. Appreciate it. And Paris, I love the review on Metro Redux. Made me go out and buy it. Y'all keep up the good work. Later.
That was good. All right, we're back here. We're back here at Gamertag Radio. We played just the voicemail here. So, you guys been having issues with Xbox One? Have you heard? I've never heard about this.
See, I can say I know what this guy's talking about because I experienced this. This was like a couple of months ago that I myself had to turn in my Xbox, send it over to Microsoft, and have them ship me a replace. They didn't replace it. Whatever they did, they reset it to 0. But I went through the whole troubleshooting instance. I tried to reinstall the operating system with the USB drive, as they recommended, the whole 9, and it still was working. Boot up. It would boot. It would light up. My Kinect would come on, but nothing would come to my TV. It just wouldn't get past. Just the initial loading, it just wouldn't. I don't know what happened. It just went from one day to the next. It just stopped working. And the only thing I can connotate that it would be is either a corrupt operating system or a bad disk drive. I didn't hear the disk clicking like a typical hard drive failure, sounds like. But that's the only thing I can think of. So.
My God's still laughing. he's still stuck. I'm still laughing, man. I know. We're freaking busted. And with regards to his other question concerning Ingress from Google, that is something that me and my wife wasted hours of our personal free time. Like I made myself go out of the way from dropping off the kids at school and be late to work so I could grab extra portals. We went out to dinner and we met people. Like we would see people's screens. I'd be like, oh look, he's ingressing. Oh, he's blue. Oh, fresh. He's on the good team, and we actually met random people playing Ingress, it was a lot of fun. It takes away a lot of your time, but the whole point of it is it forces you to go outside and stop looking at, granted, you're still looking at your phone, but you're not stuck at home. You're outside looking at art and, other structures that you may not normally notice were there because, you're doing other things or you're not outside. So, it's pretty fun. I got out of it because it actually took up too much of my time, and some people took it way too personally, and it was better for myself to just remove myself from that situation and not have to deal with it. But I think it's a great concept. Have I thought about coming back to it? Yes, I have, but I don't know if that's something I really want to do. But if you've got extra time on your hands and you're interested in checking out some things within your community that you may not even know that are there, such as sculptures and buildings and art, things like that, go for it. Okay. And also you gave a shout out to Paris. That was cool.
Paris catching love out here, man.
I know. Paris, you're even there?
Well, no, I'm here, but I'm afraid to try and pronounce the game's name. So thank you. That's all I'll say. Oh man, because you have no idea the amount of heat I've got on Twitter and everything. That's not how you say it. It's
which game?
Metro. I can't even pronounce it again. Redo. Is it Redo? I was saying Redux and all those other nonsense. That's not how you say it. So, whatever.
They were attacking him right away.
Grammar police.
Yeah, we even got a couple. We got a couple emails correcting Paris, which is hilarious. Yeah, I don't know. It's all good. All right, I think we're gonna wrap it up, and we're gonna come back next week. More goodies, more stuff to talk about. So, any final words, guys? Before
shout out to Samsung White for winning LOL World Championship.
All right, cool. Shout out to Extra Life.
Yes, St. Louis Rams.
That was pretty cool.
That commercial that they played, if anybody's got a chance, check out extra-life.org.
Yes.
The St. Louis Rams had a couple of their players do a commercial promoting Extra Life, which is still going on this week or this month. So if you got a chance and you want to donate either money or time or, jump behind it, just, put it up on a website, tweet it, Facebook it. Instagram, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
It's a phenomenal cause. We've supported, DOC and Children's Miracle Network hospitals for, since the beginning of this whole movement. So
I've been playing the promo audio promoting Expo Life. So
nice.
So yeah.
Well, don't forget. Give a shout out to Marsha Morgan over at the Mommy Gamers.
Yes.
She was interviewed local Jacksonville TV station about Extra Life. That was pretty cool.
Making moves. That's cool. Very, very cool. And Pausing, that's it. Anything else?
No. Shout out to video games.
Okay,
they're fun as always.
Hi, video games. Yeah. Hi.
Yeah.
All right. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, because we definitely going to mention when we're going to be online on Twitch. So we'll definitely let you know. Especially Paris. He loves it. He loves seeing himself with his tank top on.
What?
You got to dress comfortably to enjoy gaming. Critical.
Make sure he's green, though, Paris.
Shout out to Kevin Dent giving us props for the best, best tank tops in the business.
Yeah, best. Yeah.
That's right. Because I even tweeted a picture of me in a tank top to him today. Because he said something to me today. I forget what it was.
Shout out to the listener that sent you emails complaining about your tank tops during E3.
I know, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
You're gonna make me bring a tank top to E3 next year now.
I'm just going straight shirtless to E3 next year.
Cut out the middle.
We got a surprise in line though.
My God! Hey, if we pull that off, I'm done. That's it.
Yeah, we got to work on that. We got to start working on that now. Remember, guys, next year is our 10th anniversary year, so we got to do some crazy stuff next year. So, all right, guys, head over to gamertagradio.com, post your comments, feedback, all that good stuff. And give us a call, 786-273-7GTR. Email us, fanmail@gamertagradio.com. And download our Gamertag Radio app. It's totally free for Windows, iOS, and Android devices. All right, until next week, we are out. Peace. Later.
You're listening to Gamertag Radio. Be sure to like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Tune in next week.